It's like we might come back up in a second. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on my situation here. I've restarted OBS. We should be up now. We should be live right now.
I see you. Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
We're back in it.
Cool. So yeah, you guys can thank my ISP. I won't name them for reasons, but just know that
they suck.
They suck.
We hate
they suck butt. Oh yeah.
I'll praise mine once again. The AT&T service in my neighborhood's really good.
Yeah, just know that their name that rhymes with Vectrum, and they're a real pain in my fucking ass. Anyway.
I can agree with, like, fuck all the ISPs in America, but at the same time, I'm really happy in my little neck of the woods.
That you have consistent service that's actually
working out. I have really solid, consistent service, yes.
Yeah. That's not what we got here. It's okay. All right. So yeah, we're back, boys.
Anyway.
We're back, and we're back up. Shit's not fucked anymore. I see about half the people who are watching fucked right off, but
I mean, like, oh, that died.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
That's okay. We're at the end of the fucking game. We're at the end of the game. We're gonna live through it. Everyone's gonna be fine. They'll see the notification that I'm streaming again, and if they come back, they come back. If they don't, they miss the fucking end of the game. So all I was saying, as I lost connection, is we're here. This is the end. We're at the end of this shit show.
Yeah, we have reached the. Well, we've already reached the climax. Really, like everything's happened.
Oh yeah.
It's like now it's just, what do we do with the pieces that we have shattered?
Yep. Yeah, I want to see what my souvenir from the planet, besides the still beating heart of a dead monkey wife, was.
Still amazing. Phineas's head.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to figure out what the.
Is it the golden arches there?
Yeah, like the two birds. Yeah, I think it is these two birds kissing.
Yeah, that looks like something that came from the assholes.
Yeah, so this is it. This is my trophy room in these dark hours. Alright, well, let me check my journal, make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. Anything else I want to do. No? This is it. It's the last mission.
Yeah.
Well,
is the end.
Yeah. Yeah, let's wrap her up.
Put a nice bow on it.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to do with our remaining time?
Well, that's a hell of a question.
Please be advised
what would you get? Oh, redeem death from above. God damn it, Hidden Boss.
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, Hidden Boss. I'll do my best to death from above.
Yeah, we'll make that work somehow.
We will.
You returned with cheese and bread? Nice. Now you're making me want to grill cheese.
Unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security. You are hereby confined to your docking.
Maybe I'll make a grilled ham and cheese and some soup.
Alright.
I'm sorry, you people? You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution.
Did you just you people him?
Yes. Your remains, which will be assessed posthumously.
Yeah, fine. Execute the chairman's eyebrow stylist over a lost biometric ID. That'll end well.
Huh?
Your lie
yes, sir,
skill
right away,
is
sir.
outstanding.
It's like
I just couldn't see
150.
you clearly before. Screen's on the fritz. Damn.
Yes,
thing.
sir. Right away, sir.
But for the record. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Wait, is that from the groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. How can I be
Later, Ada. Good luck. I'm here to end the game. Yeah. Oh man, it looks like something bad is happening. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Man, look at this shithole.
It is a bit ugly.
It is. It really is. Oh God! Look, it's the guys from it's the guys who hated me an hour ago. They've come to die in droves for me. Oh wow! Yeah, look at that. Soldiers of the Groundbreaker. You fight and die so that others might live.
Error. Error. Registered. A fine of 10.
I just lie to robots and they fine me $10,000 and I leave.
Yeah. Here. Bye.
Yeah. You use the I'm disguised while there's a war being fought around me.
Yeah, it's just like, I look like whoever I need to look like.
Pretty much.
Quote 104. I'm not earning anyone's trust. You may eat my whole ass, Mev. Tooch during Greedfall.
It's
100. Quote 104. We're up to like 700 now. That was so long ago, but it wasn't long ago.
I know.
It was like the fall.
I know. It's pretty fucking nuts, right?
It was. Yeah, it is. We got.
I'm not earning anyone's trust. That hasn't changed.
Yeah. Same shit.
And a chain axe and a goal. Wow, it's weird that I don't have any reinforcements in this room specifically.
Night Owl went absolutely crazy on some gift subs again while we were dying.
Well, that was nuts.
Are you new here?
Hitting up a few
I
of them.
think we were hiring more.
Or it looks like at least one. I can't quite tell.
Oh,
Everything
no.
went down and I panicked. I will say that Night Owl has also hooked me up with a surprise Shitpost Sunday game.
Yeah.
That will feature eventually, and I won't ruin it until I'll tell you about it later. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna say on stream. But everyone thank Night Owl for being continuously the most generous person I've ever met in my life.
Oh my god, same. You know how the other day we were talking about a certain game and how we would play it more if we were in the Legion more when they were full with it?
Yeah.
He hit me with that one.
Aw.
I know.
Lovely.
I know. Nuts. The guy's just genuinely cool. I absolutely adore him, and I'm grateful for him in both, like, with the stream stuff. Not just because of his generosity, but also because, like, you know, he's a huge, like, resource and a good, like, he's a really good dude and a huge resource.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base.
Oh my god, why are they here? Zora and the folks are here now. But
Did you befriend them at some point?
yeah, I know, but why are they here?
I guess they decided to show up and help.
I guess so. But I was like, nah, the dude's been super helpful through a lot of the gameplay, but also on Tuesday nights in the Aux, we have what we call the workshop, where people get together, we do hobby stuff, like we sit and we work on our hobby projects, just kind of hang out. Like, there's no set thing, like you got paint miniatures or whatever. As long as you're working on a hobby, right?
Oh, no.
That's what it's for,
yeah, we're just hanging out while we do it. And getting to talk with him and there a bit has been really fun and interesting. Like, just getting to know him a little bit, and he's a really cool dude, so nothing but respect from me.
I love playing Gen Zero with Night Owl.
Yeah.
That's a fun game.
I've downloaded that game now.
Yes?
Yes.
Good.
Yes,
Cool.
I sure have. I have yet to play with
It's really
anybody,
fun.
but I own it. I've got.
You gotta get past the first island, which you can do in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that's when it like picks up to like, oh, now I'm at the pace this game is supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And you're not talking, you're not yapping in my ear about like inconsequential story anymore, because I'm here to fucking kill robots.
So, get in there.
They take you off the rails and let you kind of do what you want at that point.
Yeah.
Just like we're off the rails, literally ending this game by walking through everyone and being like, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah. 100%. I'm just gonna
And
walk
they're
by
like,
and
wait
lie
a,
to them.
they're all, as you walk by, they're all like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck was that? We didn't give anybody an axe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but did he have a disguise on? Did he have a disguise on? I don't know. Who was that? Don't worry about it.
You've destroyed all the money you've cost me. Your misguided
All the
crusade
money.
has
Yeah,
doomed
he's got to bring up the
Halcyon.
money. Yeah, maybe it has, but whatever. It's not really misguided. This is just what I thought was good.
Pretty much.
One idiot at a time. That's the one.
Oh yeah.
What happened? Oh, there we go. One idiot at a time is the one. Fucking love it.
Idiot. I'm not the one marching to my death in a maximum security prison.
Hmm?
In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness.
Yeah, I'm not the one marching to my
In
death
this
in a
one,
maximum
however,
security
I have
prison.
only
It's like,
2
well,
words for
here's
you.
the thing you see.
Fuck off.
I won't be dying. Hold the clipboard and walk. Hold the clipboard and walk with a purpose.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
In other words, I admire your boldness. In this one, however, fuck off. German Rockwell, just the man I'm here to kill.
Yes.
How dare you? Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the execute.
That will not be
Oh,
happening.
of course. How long
Chairman.
until you're done?
Is that sarcasm? Do you know what I do to people who employ the lowest, most base form of humor? I fire them. Alas, as you are woefully unemployed, I'll have to do the next best thing and have you killed.
Wow, he's just
In
making
the
it
next
about
Right?
is the finest
money and employment. It's like I'm
automechanical purveyor of death
gonna
ever made.
jerk off when you kill
Try
this
not to
guy.
scratch
Like
that thing from your
fuck.
skull. It was fucking expensive.
Just the representation of all my hatreds and evils in one spot.
I'll be there before you know it. He's like, I made the big robot. It's in the next room. If you break it, I'll be sad. Hold on, I gotta do something that's important. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. It's important. Skills.
Gotta give them skills.
Melee, two-handed damage.
All the way to supreme.
Yes.
You're just gonna be like, send it.
Yep, just dump it on there. Dump it. Alright. I got 3 perks. I'm just gonna make random choices. There you go. Well, there we go. I'm as buff as a man can be to fight a giant robot, so...
Your Thrux man buff beef.
You know, this thing's name is Ram? Like, the others were Sam and Pam, and this one's called Ram, and I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hi, Wendell. Did you attempt to do something that would count as a... Oh, Night Owl gifted TK. Did you attempt to do a death from above of some description?
I did. Hold on, I gotta like take drugs and go kill these robots.
Wendell's rubbing his fur on.
Aww. He's just trying to help.
He's just trying to help. He's like, Dad, you look cold. And I'm like, well, you're correct, sweet boy. And he's like, here, allow me to
Let me
blanket.
assist you. Also, I'm inflicting bleed on this robot.
I mean, it has hydraulics and oil.
That's
Kinda
true,
counts,
but most
right?
games are like, oh, you can't bleed the robot. I'm like, observe me bleeding the robot. Bro, this
I feel like if you explain it as like leaking whatever fluid it needs to function, it counts.
I agree, but most games don't agree with us, you know that.
Yeah. Most games are like, robots are impervious to anything except you can electrocute them. And it's like, wait a minute. Like, can't it just, you know,
Also,
run out of fuel?
Yeah, and also, what's that shit called? That shit doesn't have, like, surge protection? Hold on, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's literally a machine designed for combat in space. It's gotta have, like, some kind of environmental fail-safes, right? Also, look at these fucking hibernation pods.
Yeah, there was just...
I remember how he's like,
zillions of
oh, yeah, no, but he's like, oh, they have to destroy the hibernation pods on board the Hope to get enough to save the colony. And it's like, it looks to me like they had hundreds of them already. Anyway, so I killed a robot. Remember how fucking expensive, his words, that thing was? And then I just chopped it up.
Yeah.
Turns out an axe, a caveman could have beaten that thing. In fact, one did.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit better than a caveman axe.
There you go.
Is that
DFA.
him? Bye-bye.
DFA.
Oh! DFA to the fucking nugget.
Yep.
For the final kill of the game.
Yep.
Woo! Oh,
So I just
so
opened the
good.
door, leapt off a, got a little chain jump off the marble countertop.
His marble desk.
Yeah, it was like,
His meeting, like his boardroom desk table.
and, gave him
And
the
just
bonk.
gave him the fucking axe to the teeth. That was great. That was amazing.
Phineas, no. Phineas, I've come for you, buddy.
Accidentally flips switch.
Yeah, murders him wholeheartedly, like, accidentally.
Is that where you're gonna use the thingy? Yeah.
You don't know how glad I am to see you.
Thousands of colonists.
You lunatic.
Positronicon, I've killed at least 900 of them.
Killed the chairman just to rescue
ex-corporate
one
dude,
old
1,000
man.
bits. Night Owl, thank
Absolutely
you.
Out of your mind, and I
Yeah.
can't begin to thank you enough.
You were absolutely out of your mind. No shit.
I mean, the first one's very correct.
Yeah.
Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh?
Yes.
You've broken the board's stranglehold on
It
this
is.
colony.
This is what
and
I
you
do.
saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish.
Yeah.
There's a whole
You
nother.
and I
There's
are
a whole
going to have to
outer
work
world
harder
too
than
for
ever
us to
save
accomplish.
Halcyon.
Yeah, not yet,
I'm
but like
afraid
one
the
day.
situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
It's far worse than any of us anticipated. I didn't know I was releasing a cave creature on them.
Right. I'm not really in the mood for your theatrics, Finn. Tell me.
Earth has gone dark.
Oh,
we haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the
Wendell's
Earth's
really excited to
Directorate's
be here
frigate
with you guys.
disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
There's probably no Earth anymore, Phineas. Dirt.
Probably not. Well, we best get started.
Did you hear
yes,
that?
we do.
No.
You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me.
Bro, I just killed people with an
We
axe.
must begin the revival process immediately.
This is my
starting
job.
with the
This is what
hopes
I
of
do. I'm
brightest
an
minds.
executioner.
And then we're going
I
to
am the
fix this damn
executioner.
colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say?
Oh
old friend?
no!
Will you help us?
Will you be the leader? You're like,
Yeah, I'm the only competent person left.
You won't hear a word of disagreement from me.
You are crazy.
You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon.
Bro,
You
what?
won't hear-
Take it upon
he just
yourself
doesn't want to
lead
die.
This colony. You have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free.
Oh my god. You're having a bit
Our
of a
future
moment
is
here, aren't
uncertain,
you?
and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
he really is.
Oh, let's see the post-credit stuff.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable.
Unplanned.
From the
variable.
moment he landed in Emerald Vale,
Phineas
his
knows how to
actions
survive,
altered
yeah.
the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's
We just stared at our
authority.
butt the whole time?
But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians,
So all the smart
and
people are getting
intellectuals.
woken up.
Yeah.
They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars.
And
The
you're in
Hope
charge of them.
scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing
Glory
if
to
not
the
hardy.
Axe Emperor. More like gory
In
to the
absence
Axe
of the
Emperor.
board's
Yeah.
authority,
Empire of Man
many of the
Beef.
colony's settlements banded together with a
I'm the
single
Emperor of Man
purpose in
Beef.
mind.
Yeah.
Survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to
Some
reckon with
towns
its
failed, but
newfound
most
freedom.
didn't.
Yeah.
The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's
The Himpire.
worker-centric policies and the iconoclast manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks.
They're the best characters in the game. So,
The board was
These
too
two?
distracted
Oh,
by
yeah.
infighting and
Mostly
internal
Zora,
politics to stop
Sanjar's
MSI
alright.
from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks.
Well, it looks like
Consumed
they
by
work together to
paranoia,
be like the
Lilia Hagen
good
took subright salvage
rule of
in a
everything.
controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the
Well, she
subright
died,
family
okay.
together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were
The botanical lab becomes a town and a bunch of people died of starvation. Got it.
Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions.
Wendell's snoot is now covered in cheese nip dust.
Looked promising.
Yeah.
The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to,
no, you give
the board's diminished authority gave them little choice.
Not cheese nip dust.
Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs.
I try to be careful about what he gets into, which, for the record, he doesn't actually eat like human food or get into human food very often. I think he's just curious because it's like salty and cheesy.
The destroyed adrenatime synthesizer became a symbol of the board's cruelty and a rallying point for Wells and his scientists as they sought to build a more humane, ethical Halcyon. They cleared the dead from...
Was there anyone left in Byzantium?
And repurposed them to aid in the crucial work of solving the colony's nutrition crisis. Gorgon, which had once sown death and destruction across Halcyon, became a source of hope and renewal. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many,
you're like, who was this? Somebody I just ran. Somebody I just cut through.
Yeah, I never even met this guy.
Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive.
Soon any who remembered the actual events died and were quickly forgotten.
His subjects included
who the fuck are you?
Violent encounters with only grazing wounds. Dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios. And, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by
I'm so glad. This is the best ending.
The team
right
had
here.
originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care.
He has the best ending.
He opened a dairy farm?
The Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably. Although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Though Ellie's tenure on the Unreliable ended sooner than she would have liked, she enjoyed her time there nonetheless. She returned to the Groundbreaker's orbit, where she continued
running you're gonna tell me about my people I fired.
Legality, shunning respectable work, and living life to the fullest. At the Lost Hope Bar,
she barely had any adventures on your crew.
Drinks, out of tales of her
I guess she watched a lot of awful things happen.
Yeah.
Some of them were even true. After being unceremoniously ejected from the crew of the Unreliable, Max, disillusioned, tried to rejoin the OSI, but was defrocked for leaving his post in Edgewater. He lived out his days as a common
so he just lost everything.
In company town. After Parvati left the crew of the Unreliable,
in one of the towns that
was
didn't
heard from
survive,
her
I guess.
She exchanged occasional messages with Ada, but they were light on details and grew increasingly infrequent. Months later, her name appeared on the manifest of a research vessel that vanished during an unexpected solar storm.
Pavarti died.
Yep.
Before his untimely death, Captain Alex Hawthorne had plans to restore and modify, for combat purposes, a sanitation and maintenance automechanical that he'd found in a state of disrepair in Emerald Vale's scrapyard. That unit
you just never fixed the robot?
No.
In the Unreliable
I forgot we
supply
didn't. We just
closet
never even activated it. We're just like, fuck him.
Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor.
I didn't kill this guy?
Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past.
He stayed in the orbital
and was able
lab.
to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive
apparently we didn't kill that guy, and he wised the fuck up so that we didn't kill him after.
Thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry.
I thought so too, Night Owl. I don't remember if I killed him or not.
Lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals.
It was a body double.
Dr.
He was
Wells
faking
was
it.
able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope.
TK, hello. Yes, I've survived.
Nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies.
Wait, nearby colonies were not sending aid before?
Easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you? The unplanned variable.
What nearby colonies?
Right?
Like, Earth is gone! But there was like 7 other colonies? The fuck are you talking about?
In the colony. You administered the colony in your own image. With the old power of the board destroyed, a new government of Halcyon rose with you at its center.
With your steady hand? What?
You guided Halcyon through the turbulent years that were to follow.
I understand that meant that when there was problems, I went down there and hit them with an axe.
Of the colony.
Yeah, your steady hand. You mean your fucking mailed fist?
No one knows what happened to Earth.
It's like, sir, we have a problem. No, we don't. Picks up ass. Picks up ass? Ass.
Is this.
Pick up ass.
The Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain.
Axe logic, yeah, sword logic, axe logic.
Countless stories for years to come.
That's a Destiny reference.
That's it. That's the Outer Worlds, boys.
That's put another one in the Shitpost Sunday completion box.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Woot, woot, woot.
Hell yeah.
So it's 3:20.
40 minutes.
Do you want to just boot up and do a fucking hunt?
We could hunt.
You want to just do some swamp dumb?
We could do some swamp dumb.
Do you want to do some swamp ass?
Yeah, it was going to be persona grinding, but yeah, let's do it. Let's swamp some ass.
Let's swamp some ass. Well, because I know we talked about before, it's like, well, do you want to do, if I finish early, do you want to do heroes? Do you want to do, like, what do you want to do? And at first we were thinking we might get, like,